My name's Patricia. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. My choice has a name: Francesca, Josephine, Anthony, Joseph, and Angelica. They've all died from abortion. They are with our Lord. I'm here today to share my testimony on how abortion harms women. I want to take you on a journey back into my life in 1979, 6 years after abortion was legalized. I was 16 when my mother and my boyfriend brought me for my abortion. I was underage, so I didn't have any rights, and it was not my choice. My mother would not have wanted to harm me, so she must have bought in and believed the lies of Planned Unparenthood told her that day abortion would be better for my mental health. She bought into the lies that I would be all right. They made abortion out to be a solution to our problems, and she believed them. I was terrified while in the office of Planned Parenthood and pled with her to not make me go through with the abortion. My plea fell upon deaf ears and hardened hearts. They removed me to a room and proceeded to force the abortion on me. No one protected me that day or listened to my cries. The very fact that they ignored them and still did the abortion violated me down to the core. I have experienced rape, and I would say I was raped by Planned Parenthood physically and mentally of my life and my child's life that day in 1979. If we want this nation to be healed, we must recall abortion. They say abortion is for mental health, but I attest it led to my need to receive mental health. The coercion was traumatic, very traumatic. I was deeply wounded, and I believe this is what led me to using drugs and alcohol, which in turn led me to more relationships, more pregnancies, and more abortions. I was in sabotage mode from the regret, the deep regret of not only my mom's choice, but now my own choice to end so many lives. After the first abortion, I became reckless and irresponsible and lived with internal turmoil, attempting suicide on 3 occasions from my deep despair of what I had done. Each time I got pregnant, I was overwhelmed by fear of all the unknowns and bought into the Planned Parenthood psychobabble that it was not a life yet, and if I kept the pregnancy, it, the baby, in my terms, would ruin my life. As Mother Teresa quoted, it is a shame that someone must die in order for me to live as I wish. That was me. 2 of my fathers did not want me to abort. I was wrapped up in that way of thinking that once again Planned Parenthood claims it is my body, and I have a right to do with my body what I choose. I have never been able to understand that concept because I am not missing any part of my body other than the children that were in my womb that would have been housed for 9 months. It is true that relationships do not last once the abortion has, as mine ended immediately. In the years to follow, all my relationships became abusive. I, along with the men, became nothing more than objects to each other. There was no love. I desired love so much. At 19, I married one of those men, got pregnant right away, and chose life. And within 2 years, the marriage ended. I got back involved in another destructive life, met another man, got married, and a second time, had another child and another divorce. I was finding myself incapable of loving or receiving love or bonding to anyone. I'm in my 3rd marriage now for 23 years with many trials and have affected my 3 living children, during which time I was in treatment for severe depression and many times being treated for bipolar. I think the medical society likes to put this label on us as a catch-all, since many refuse to acknowledge the post-abortion syndrome or PTSD as they were when they were treating me. One might ask, why all the pregnancies? Well, evidently the birth control pill Planned Parenthood provided me didn't work, so then I would use abortion as contraception. Planned Parenthood claims to be pro-choice is a lie. I never felt like I had a choice. We cannot love apart from the truth, and the truth is in the person of Jesus Christ. I was not in the truth and did not know our all-loving and merciful God. It was through entering the Catholic Church I began my healing journey through Rachel's Vineyard. It was there that I began a personal relationship with the Lord and experienced His love and mercy, which has led me to true love. It is in Him that we receive true freedom. He uses our suffering to bring us to a greater good. He transforms our hearts to be able to love and receive love, and most importantly, forgive others and ourselves. I've seen wonderful graces come out of so much despair and grief. The hope lies in that slow, subtle transformation and looking back when years have passed to see where I once was and where I am today. I hope by speaking out about my experiences, some light will be shed on the tragic consequences abortion had not only on me, but my entire family. Our society requires warning labels on cigarettes, alcohol, products of all kinds. Abortion is the only procedure that does not carry a warning label on physical and emotional harms it causes while ending a life. It takes the life of the mother and the father as well. I am here today to demand that abortion be recalled, and until then, I will be silent no more.